Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yusri and today I have my good friend here
Hi, I'm Kubi.
and he'll be joining with me. We're going to talk about BMX regulations.
Yes.
Because recently there have been some changes. They just announced the version 5 and
This is coming very, very soon, right?
yeah,
The change of the
we
rule.
because at the start of this year, Tamiya actually announced that they're going to merge their stock class together with BMX
Yes.
to unify the rules. So we're going to talk about it. So stay tuned. If you haven't liked this channel, please do. My channel, his channel also. Okay? I link in the description. Go and check it out. And cut to the intro. Okay, so we're going to begin with last year at least. So last year we were playing with BMX version 3, right?
Yes.
So it was a significant change from version 2 to version 3. And you know some of the things that they can do in version 3?
Not really.
Not really. Never mind. Let me walk you through
I
it.
just playing version 1 all the way.
Wow, version 1.
Very,
even-
very safe.
Anyway, between version 2 to version 3,
Hmm.
the major changes is you cannot anymore cut the car catcher to become an undercut. That's one of the
Yes.
most important things lah. So other than that, it's basically about the same for version 3. I think most of you should know what version 3 is all about. But I'm going to talk about from version 3 to version 4. Because version 4 is where the stock class merged with BMX class to create this sort of unified regulations.
Yes. To be very, very fair to like the BMX and the so-called their stock car.
So
Um,
I think it's a good strategy by Tamiya to actually
Incorporate both.
yeah,
Yes.
because I think they finally realized that BMX actually is quite popular all over the world. So we start to see a lot of our Asian friends, right, from especially Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, they also enjoy the BMX class. And when you notice, right, they kind of evolve from maybe they used to have tune class, maybe they used to have box stock class, I think.
Yes.
Also, maybe they have some beginner friendly class, but not something as unified as BMX, where internationally is being accepted as one of the official class, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, correct.
And we also notice some of the old timer, you know, some of our friends, they actually don't like the BMX, you know.
They think it's like very not competitive enough. Actually, it's more competitive than the open class.
I find that BMX is challenging my brain.
Yes. Back to the basic.
So
Your
this really,
fundamental must be good.
yeah, it's really basic maximum. Really. It's really maximum. I cannot think of anything else already. So because of version 4, BMX and stock class have combined. So there are some things from the stock class that bring over to BMX and some things from BMX that bring over to stock class. So you're going to go through some of them. So firstly, the most biggest change is now that they allow polycarbonate covers.
Yes.
So what do you feel about polycarbonate covers?
I think it's fair enough because last time polycarbonate cover is lighter, is weight beneficial than the hard cover.
We can see some weight savings when you use
Yeah.
polycarbonate, but I haven't really personally tried polycarbonate covers yet.
Oh.
Maybe
I
coming
tried
soon?
before last time. So it's literally really light. It's like running a car without a cow. So last time we tried before, right?
Yeah,
Without the car still seems to be very fast and stable.
slightly
for
more
some-
faster lah.
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah.
So for version 4, major ones is can use polycarbonate covers. This one they adopt from stock class. So stock class all the way has always been allowing all kinds of covers.
Yes.
And then the second important thing is
As long as there is the catcher connect to it. So you cannot just use the polycow cover just with the
screw
screw.
in, right?
Yeah, you cannot do that.
And you also can use any kind of locks. Right? You see
Yeah.
from here we have
The
one
rubber tube.
like a rubber lock here. This kind of rubber locks we can use that also.
Yes.
So
As long as
already
something is locking at the
already the version 4 already says you can use anything as long as it's locks, and it must be one of the official parts. And it can come from any chassis, no longer restricted to its own chassis. So
Yes.
last time, maybe you cannot use a different chassis locks interchangeably between chassis. So now you can. And that brings me to part number 2, where you can also use A parts from other chassis into the other chassis. I mean, you can interchange them. So for example, one example that I can think of is maybe you can use the FM chassis lock battery cover into FMA, because FMA, in the middle actually got a lock.
yes.
But Tamiya
It's
never
like
really
very
produced
hard.
any parts for it. But it can be used now. Last time cannot. So you can only stick FMA A parts, only can use on FMA chassis. But now you can fix them. So
Correct.
there's no regulations around that. So that's V4. And other than that, the most important one for V4 is that now you can mix tire sizes. So in V3, your
all
tire,
must be same, right?
yeah, almost the same. So if you use medium, then front medium, rear also medium. You must use the same. Of course, modifications of tires is not allowed even in any versions.
Yeah.
Means you cannot stretch from small to medium or
Cannot.
shrink from large to medium. They all cannot.
Yes.
Those are considered modifications. But talking about mixtures of diameters, let's say if you're using a small and you want to mix with a medium, that's okay. So the version 4 allows that because of this unification, because these rules come from stock class.
Correct. Unless you are using sponge tire. So medium wheel don't have sponge tire. So you can use the small sponge tire for the medium wheel.
Actually, I never seen people play sponge tires.
Yeah,
Maybe not popular.
Not popular enough. No
Maybe-
one win yet.
Yeah, maybe somebody win, then you will see more people playing sponge tires.
Okay.
So other than that, the stock class also opens up this, in version 4 at least, it opens up this possibility to do weird things, especially. So I have one example down here. So example in this one. So as you can see, we have a version 4 legal machine here where I have a damper system that's hanging off from the top.
They call it the lantern system.
So in version 4, or at least in stock class, this was allowed. So we have seen many people trying to be creative about it. At least.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a word.
This is one of the kind to do this. So usually very smart. He uses the anchor plate that is more flexible to allow movement, yet it's locked. So the one rule is you have to lock the thing and not make it move.
Yeah, it needs to be locked in place, cannot
Yeah.
be wobble.
So
And- but in this manner is we mount it on top to create these lantern systems. So in version 4, or rather in stock class version 1, this was okay.
yes, correct.
So you can see from BMAX perspective, right? This adoption from stock class opens up so many new interesting things, and people are very excited about it. But there's one thing that they take away from BMAX, which is you cannot process any plate at all. So in the version 3 at least, we can make a small chamfer
Chamfer.
here. Why we need to chamfer? Because this edge is very sharp, right? Then it might get caught in the track, but no longer can. So you see now mine is legal straight, or rather unprocessed. So we miss that at least.
Yeah.
We feel like they should allow this at least. I don't know why they took it out, but maybe because in the fairness of the stock class, right, it needs to be unprocessed in any way.
Probably is the how much you can chamfer. People chamfer too much and it become a curve.
But if you keep playing, it will become chamfered anyway, right?
Yes.
I don't have an example here, but
Maybe it's a marketing strategy. He asks you to buy more new plates.
speaking of new plates, I think got new designs coming out.
Yes.
I'm sure it will sell like hotcakes.
Now
So-
the new meta is all the new under X Super X plate. Right?
Is it Super X?
Look like the T-bone. The T-bone. We call it the T-bone.
So there's a new plates coming up. So I'm also waiting for it to come so that I can, tinker with it. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to catch on to what's changed in version 5. Okay, stay tuned. Don't run away. Okay, welcome back. And today I still have my friends here. So lucky he never run away.
Hello, I'm Kupit.
Okay, so coming back to our topic earlier, we have now come to a point where actually they made revisions into the BMX regulations also and the stock class. So Tamiya actually announced a stock class version 2, which added two more new rules into their existing stock class rules, lah. So you know what are those
Yeah.
rules?
So one of the rule is the weight limit. It has to be 90 gram and 90 gram.
90 gram including batteries?
Yes,
Including batteries.
including batteries and below. Before that is a free weight class in BMX.
So it was explicitly now mentioned because they are trying to follow the official Tamiya regulations. That one also will say 90 grams. That includes batteries.
Yes.
Okay. Then
The second one is
rule number 12, the most important one. Rule number 12.
now anything beyond the center of the car is a restricted area. So you cannot cross FRP, you cannot pull your roller into the wheel shaft and below.
Or rather,
Yeah.
specifically, they're trying to avoid anything to be mounted on top. So the area is big. I'm going to show a diagram somewhere around here. So if you can see that the area that is prohibited now is quite big. So without explicitly say no lantern, no nothing, they just say no nothing. No nothing can be put on top. Which means even if you have a perfectly normal setup like this, you can't even put an ice cream stick over or even a tube.
Yeah.
I mean some people put tubes. I don't know, but now you cannot. You cannot
Yeah,
even
you
put
cannot.
anything. So in the version 2 stock class and the BMX, because BMX now unified, right? So they also adopt this ruling, and starting from 1st June 2026, these new rules will take place. So I believe our Singapore racing scene will also pick up these rules.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole new meta
So most people is going to say we are back to square one, but actually
back to version 3.
back
the,
to
the version 4.
to version
Version 3 lah.
No, I think
will say.
I would say back to version 3.5.
Yes,
In
yes,
between.
in between.
It's like I cannot do what version 4 says can, but I can also do what version 3 says can. So we're like in the middle.
In the middle.
So it should be exciting because it comes at a very, very interesting times, I would say. The upcoming big race for especially for TMAC is coming
Oh,
also.
yeah.
End of next month, which is in June.
Mm.
And because of this announcement, right, it will be adopted, which means you should not see this kind of setup anymore.
Yeah. It's
So-
gonna be fair game for the T-Mac, which means everyone's gonna be following the new rule.
So this wobbly on top lantern system, nah,
Bye bye.
no more. You cannot do
Gotta
anything
say
about it
bye-bye to
anymore.
it, yeah.
So this one maybe go into my museum really to prove that I tried before.
Okay. Cool.
So let's just bring back to the whole topic of BMX, right? And why you think these new rules to curb restrictions, or rather not say curb lah, to put in place restrictions benefits the community as a whole.
I guess probably it's the judge because a lot of unknown rule and unknown parts people think they can do, and yet maybe not fair to other racer. That's why Tamiya ruling override the BMX and then kick off this to get lesser problem with all these like conflicts with other racer protesting like, oh, this one actually is moving, then not fair to them.
I guess it's trying to eliminate those confusions.
Yeah.
So if you notice, right, now because a lot of people trying to use the balling to make a lot of those setup,
The up down movement.
suddenly balling becomes so popular.
Yes.
It's sold out everywhere. So I
Yes.
think Tamiya also trying to curb over inflated demand over certain things that's not supposed to be there lah.
Yeah, correct.
So just make sure you follow the updated rules. Don't get caught doing something like this again. So no more wobbly, no more underguard. Oh yeah, speaking of underguard, that's only version rule number 12. Rule number 13, I simplify. Basically, no underguard wobbles. Your underguard must be fixed.
Oh,
Because
like how?
for anchor, example, if you imagine anchor, anchor can move, right?
Yeah.
So they were saying any parts that was touching the track or potentially can touch the track now must be fixed to the body, which means what are they trying to talk about? The underguards.
So because some people like do flex.
Yeah, there are some people trying to beat around the bush, right? Because now they say front in the middle cannot, right? Then what about the rear? Oh, means I can do something on the rear. Then they add rule number 13. Everything also cannot. So we are back to stiff setup.
Yes.
But not to worry.
Still got sliding.
You still got
can
sliding.
play
See?
sliding.
Yeah, let's just join me, man. Play sliding. See, I
But
like.
you must use the front part. Demand again.
You see, I'm using a lot of sliding here. I have to one here. This also full sliding.
Yeah. See.
So I personally enjoyed playing sliding. It makes BMX fun for me at least because of sliding.
Your last race, did you win with sliding?
These two especially. See,
For the T-Mac, right?
these two car both also sliding.
Alamak. Best already, best.
So
I recall our first T-Mac at Thailand, the winner also full sliding.
I don't know that he's playing full sliding, but
Yeah.
I got interested in BMX because of sliding. It makes me like, finally I got use of this piece.
Yes.
If not, I really don't know what I want to do with this. But looks like Tamiya is not holding you back. Rather, they are opening up your minds to explore new things and try to improve your game in that sense. So I guess that's about what I want to talk about. Remember, now is version 5 for BMX, version 2 for stock class. They're basically the same thing. Just make sure you don't get caught with all the wrong setup.
If you're unsure, just do a check online, read through the rule books.
You can also check with the organizer if you're not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop here. Talk too long already.
Too long already.
Yeah. And catch you next time when I come back from my holiday. Okay? See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.